Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil. Today we are going cutting whole crop. And what are we doing now? We're just winding in the mill. You've seen us take out the wedge, drive in, pull out the harvester and whatnot. Also, if you like the videos, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell notification and leave a comment down below. All helps push the YouTube channel along. But anyways, so that's the...
He has me on my knees again.
And you'll be alright. The belt has to go in to drive the mill. The purpose of the mill is to roll the grain as it goes through the harvester.
And our whole crop has got a bit overripe.
Yeah.
Because of the weather.
Yeah, the weather is a bit late.
Beautiful Irish weather. We should have been cutting it about 10 days ago.
So it is a bit of a slower process, but if you don't mill the grain will go straight through the cattle when you feed it. And I'm getting tractors and trailers organised. We have the crew organised. One other thing that has to go in and hasn't actually been put in this harvester, this is probably the ripest we've ever cut our own whole crop. It's very ripe. We'll show you when we get there, but there's a plate has to go in underneath this bottom feed roller because the crop could be liable to shed. As it hits the feed rollers, it could start losing grain. We don't want grain falling down onto the ground, so there's a pan goes in underneath that so that it just literally stops the grain from falling down and through, and it gets it into the feed roller and it'll go through with the rest of the crop. So that has to go in, and upon the adapter plate the header is ready to go. Now I go back to putting on trailers. One more trailer to check. So there's three things when we're getting ready to cut silage. Again, the trailer's ready that we look for: the tires, tippet and lights. Tires are all pumped, tractor has enough oil to tip it, and all my lights are working. So that's what we check every time. Now everyone, we are ready to leave. So Father Phil has the harvester and a trailer. Liv is the header, so that when we get into the field, all we gotta do is put on the head, trailer's on, we can open up the field. Liv will bring back the trailer. Eric has the drone up, so the dogs are barking. There's only two of us at the Mako draw. The 7718 should meet us up there or at some stage, and then there are two other drawers. They'll come to us when they finish work, so we'll get maybe two rounds of those home, and then they should come. And for those eagle-eyed viewers who've seen the 60 with a flat tyre, yes, we have gone and changed the tyre. We had an old set of 540s that used to be on the umbilical system before we put on the 800s, and we're after putting one of them on the 6480 because the tyre had actually put a hole in the sidewall, a crack had come in it, and that's all that was wrong. But now we're sorted. So anyways, it's time to be at home. Mind yourself. Make it look easy. How are we looking? Ready for the dust now? I hear it. Was that big dusty? So, gonna try stop the wind from that hurting the mic, but we are cutting a lot of that dust, or that's a lot of that shaft, so we don't mind that. We don't mind that getting blown away. The grain has way ahead. All that stuff is the light stuff just getting blown out of the trailer with the bit of wind that's out. It's not the grain, that's the main, it's not the grain. We look on the ground here. There's 2 or 3 grains, about over here now. There's none that side. There's a bit in the middle. Yeah, there's a bit in the middle, so that could be where it could be losing some going through the processing. This is our winter wheat. There's a great head on it, and it's dry. It's nearly ripe, to be perfectly honest. There's not like, I can hardly bruise that with my fingers. It's very ripe. It's the ripest I think we've ever cut whole crop. You can see there's quite a bit of chickweed in it, and we cannot get on top of this chickweed. It's just everything we try, it's not killing it. So we'll be trying to mini till this or do pre-emergence when we sow this next, or whether we put in winter or what, I don't know, but when we do get sown it. But yeah, that's the crop. We're cutting it at what, a couple of inches there. We're just staying above the meadow grass that's coming in it and the chickweed, so we're just taking a nice bit. With the whole crop, you take a bit of straw, but you get all the heads. You're just really after the heads. The straw is only a bit of a buffer for the whole lot. But anyways, so yeah, that's it. We're cutting away. So Eric will come up when everyone comes to draw it. Me and Liv just for maybe 2 rounds of load. George will arrive with his tractor whenever he comes, and then the other 2 lads will come when they're finished work. So we'll take off Liv's trailer, and yeah, you can get ready to chase Father around the field, and I'll chase him as well. We'll all chase him. And for all those of you that are wondering as well, we went from a bit dull now to the sun splitting the stones. That's because all the start of the video happened yesterday, and there may have been a very critical piece of shaft that was needed, but was, what would you say, misplaced, and it might have took a while to find it, and then they decided it was too late to start. I think this is going to yield quite well, because he didn't get very far across the field, up a bit, back to the bow of a hedge that comes out there and down, and the trailer is packed. So yeah, this is yielding quite well, that's all it is. It's a nice crop of winter wheat. Just, it's a pity it had to be so dirty, and it's a pity it had to get so ripe. All the ripeness has meant is that we have to have the mill winded really tight, which means you go that bit slower, and it can't be as damp or as wet as we would normally cut it. This end of the field here is pierce heavy. That's actually quite clean. I didn't realise it was actually this clean up this end of the field. and is bulking up fierce well. Gonna be a good yield of stuff off this, I'd say. We'll try it. So, first load filled, or my first load filled. Oh. So, what's the verdict?
Oh no, I wouldn't want to get another week.
No, it's very, very hard, the grain.
Rain is very hard, and its crop has suffered the weather dramatically, and the dirt is taking over.
Well, it's not too bad though, the dirt,
not too
like
bad, but it's coming, it's there, it's just a fire brigade job now.
yeah.
A fire brigade
Seems
job.
to be yielding quite well.
Look at, we get a load today, so that's what we get.
I don't think it's too bad now. It's better than last year, the last time we caught Wholecrop up here.
It's about the same one. It's too ripe for my liking.
It is. There it is, there in the back.
It's fast, very dry.
Yeah, it's rolling them.
Oh no, she's cracking them well.
You can hear there when there's nothing going through it. You can hear the mill whining.
No, she's doing a right job on them.
Yeah.
They're all cracked.
You see, if they weren't, the problem would be if they weren't cracked, that would go through the cattle. The cattle wouldn't be able to digest that.
Yeah, and if you
there'd be no feeding value in it.
Much more straw than what we're bringing, it'd shield them going through the mill. So
Yeah.
one,
So.
we won't get back up here with an empty trailer to meet challenge.
Turn the camera there a bit. So we're just leaving the field now, and just wanted to say, give a big thank you to today's sponsor, Agriking, and their product Silo King. It's the silage additive that we've been using for the last 20 years. It is the one-stop shop for all foraging requirements. Father Phil's just getting me over the road, so he's to wait for someone to come back. But we use it on the whole crop, the maize, crimp, silage. We use it on everything. And as I said, we've used it for the last 20 years, 20 plus years. So if that doesn't say enough, I don't know what else will. But if you want to learn more or get some for yourself, there'll be links in the description down below, phone numbers and that, to get yourself your own Silo King. But yeah, it really is needed for that. Really help it in soil, because that could struggle to in soil because of how ripe it is, and that's what it's for. That's why we use it. Anyways, we'll go on down the road. Little tip, I think we'll have to give Unclean a hand to pull back the plastic. Unclean's going to look after the pushing up. So, we're back in the field cutting. So it's just we're going across the field, across all the roughs. A wee bit rough. Oh, whatever. Seen there, we've just done the pit there before I come back up for a load. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Wholecrop. It is shedding, going through the harvester. We are losing a small bit, but as Father Phil says, once the grain kind of blocks up them holes of its own accord, we shouldn't lose as much. For anyone who consider baling Wholecrop or arable silage, you do that at the milky stage. You don't let it go to the cheesy stage. That's always something you have to watch out for. That's why we're not really big fans of baling Wholecrop. You just lose the grain. It's as simple as that. You lose the grain. We're in the real heavy clean end of the field now. And it's just coming in nice. Just to pay, it has to be so right. When it's so right, why don't we combine it, spray it off and combine it? The reason we're not combining it is because the weather isn't dry enough. The sun is splitting the stones at the minute, but the forecast is to rain this evening again, maybe rain in the morning, and that's all going to have an effect on how we can get it cut. Like, we're not going to get it dry enough. Wheat, of all the grains, is the hardest grain to get dry because of just the shape of the head. The structure of the head makes it very, very slow to dry in comparison to barley or oats. So it always takes longer to dry. That's why I can't remember the last time we combine wheat dry. We usually whole crop it or crimp it for that reason. That's it. I'm going to stop ranting and raving, and I am going to try and get some nice shots, and when everyone's on the draw we'll get bro up to get some drone footage, and that's really it. This field, there isn't too many, there's one wet spot in it. The next field we have to do is 28 acres here, there's 26 acres in the next bit, with 3 acres of a headland that we ploughed out of it, and we sowed spring barley in because it didn't grow. We get the Wholecrop in the pit, and then probably tomorrow evening we'll be getting the mowers on and we'll go knocking the second cut silage. We have 38 acres in the one field, and I don't know whether we're going to knock after that, because we've quite a lot of ground to that we want to make bales on, so we have a good lot of silage bales sold, so we don't know how much we're going to put in the pit, but one field, and then we'll see what we'll do after that. But anyways, this end of the field is quite light and quite dirty, so it's just whatever it is about this field, it's a long time in tillage. Just always, so it seems to be always fighting again the dirt.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Na 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 na. Your husband's Janie, but your husband's heart problem's complicated. The FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see.
Where the f does he think we're going though? Oh, my steering axle is a bitch for you.
Oh, that's your fault, not ours. We're not just, dip into that field going through the hedge. I'm joking, obviously. Oh yeah, that thing steers with you, doesn't it? It's very scary, dog.
Something to do.
It is. Free go anywhere. Oh, you're through?
Sake.
That ruined a good old sing-along.
We're having a good sing. I seen him coming, he didn't see me. Look, he had all the space.
Should have reversed.
If he had seen where he was at, he'd have seen me and he'd have pulled in at the wide spot. What can you do? That's
broken dreams in my pocket, golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it, you caught it. You're golden, golden. eyes lay on the carpet. Eye to eye, glistening. No, I saw it. I saw it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street light at the end, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine, just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. You're golden. Golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You know it. Yeah, you're glowing. Golden. Golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street or at the end, so I could show you. Golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the golden.
Uncle Ian is under slight bit of pressure there. We all kind of, three of us all nearly come together at once there. We stopped and had the team mother brought us up a few burgers. So she did, and that just kind of left three of us coming down together. Anyways, Bertie there, Bertie was mad to get into a tractor. So he is. He's getting in with Liv there. Anyways, we'll be on back to the field.
Heading down Cali, driving round with my baby. Top drops and raindrops, motion got me all faded. My heart got me going on.
So now, that is us finished for today. So it is 11 o'clock, half 10. It's after 10 anyways. But it's actually bulking up quite well, so it is. So don't get driven across. It's bulking up fierce well. There is a lot of green in it. There's a lot of green. Just look. Yeah, it's dark. You'll probably do it in the morning, but a lot of green in it. But anyways, so that is it from us today. I'll check with Uncle, see does he want to swap, or see does he want me to swap with him till everyone gets back and gets emptied, because I'm the first one to finish. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Get this finished up, turn out the lights, and then I have to go edit all this videos together because I am working like a factory. All the videos are just arriving in time, literally, maybe a bit late, who knows yet. Still have to get this all edited, but yeah, this is a hot one. This is a bit behind on videos, but up ahead. I don't know how you put it. I'm under pressure making videos, making them as I need them. But anyways, look, I'm going to leave it at that for today's. I hope you enjoyed it. There'll be more whole crop, more silage to come in part 2 of the video. Father Phil didn't get stuck in this one, but you never know about the next one, because the next field we're going to is wet. But it could be okay. It's just hard to know. It's just one of these things we will not know till we get into it. Anyways, look, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That should have been in the start. That is it for me. Good luck.
You're a little monster, cause nobody wants to see mushroom. Only one shady, I'm chopped liver. Well, everyone's shady, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of weed mixed with vodka. If you're looking at us, up my heart, we're gonna shop. And in the shop, in the hospital, when the doctors want to not cooperating. One rocking the table, one operating.